Hey guys, Caroline from CarolineVencil.com here today, and I'm going to teach you guys something cool about blogging. So before we get into all of that fun stuff, be sure to like this video, leave a question if you have any in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for a new video almost every single day. Let's get into it. So can you use WooCommerce or Shopify or any other shop platform inside of your email sequences and your sales funnels? Can that be done? Is it worth it to do it? Is it worth the headache? Is it worth the time that you're going to spend to do it? My answer as a cheapskate is probably going to surprise you. So let's get into it because there's a reason that I'm saying it. Let's go. When do I need to pay for tools and services like ThriveCart, Lead Pages, Teachable, and Shopify, etc.? WooCommerce, I have WooCommerce and I use it, but is this what I want to use for my funnels and my sequences? I like that it's free. However, it doesn't have any of the features that you're talking about with setting up a funnel. Okay, so let's just go ahead and bundle WooCommerce and Shopify together as like one. Whenever we're talking about like a shop platform, you're talking about like a shop, like someplace that you can go and add a bunch of different things into your shop. That is a totally different thing than creating a bunch of products and having them listed for sale individually. So when we're talking about running sales, I'm specifically talking about the pages that you can create inside of Lead Pages. That's not to say that you can't run sales in your shop. You totally can. But for me, I've seen higher conversions for courses that I teach when selling on a landing page by itself, when I'm running sales individually. Selling things inside of a shop is completely different. So when we are talking, I'm just going to scroll back up here really quick. When we're talking about our product ladder here, when we're talking about setting people up with a freebie and then a tripwire and then a product and then an upsell, we're talking about a product ladder. It's going upwards. Can you use your shop as a place where you can say, hey, don't forget to grab your tripwire. It's over in Shopify. Like once people are done, like, hey, did you see this? And then they have to add it to their cart. And it's one of those things where it's like, it's not a whole bunch of extra steps. But when you compare having to go to a shop, add something to your cart, go to the checkout page, apply the coupon, add in your information. It's a lot of different pages that you're having to go to in order to get this tripwire price. So that's kind of where having a place like Lead Pages is really helpful because it's just one page. And if you're interested, you click, yes, I'd like to buy this. You're taken to the checkout page and it's right there. There's nothing that's distracting you. There's nothing that's drawing your attention away from what it is that you're doing. Nothing. It's very, very straightforward. Shops are great, but when I'm talking about creating funnels and sequences and everything, it's a lot more difficult to set up. And we've talked a lot about the ROI, the return on your investment, and making sure that the things that you're doing are worth your time and energy. And as somebody like I am cheap, and I am also lazy, a very, very dangerous combination, if we're being completely honest. But even setting up a tripwire using my Shopify store was more than I was willing to do. It was too much. It was a lot of trying to figure everything out, and it just wasn't working. Can you do it? Yes. Will you have to also pay for Zapier to make sure that people are getting things? Yes. If you want to grow your email list, you have to do that. Yes. Can you customize their customer journey? No. Can you also make sure that you can see where in the sales page process people are falling off? Yes, but can you really do anything about it? Not really. Because even with a shop, you still have to go through adding something to the cart, going to the cart page, going to the checkout page, and all of those things. And it gets to be a lot, and it's too much for a lot of people. So as far as like when do you have to pay for these things? Only when you're ultimately ready for it. Because like I said, shops are different. It's not impossible, but it is very, very, very difficult. Funnels, if we're talking about creating a funnel, if you're talking about setting up a sequence for selling something, if you're talking about selling your first course, I would not be putting it inside of Shopify or WooCommerce, just personally. I would set up a landing page. You could do this using Elementor if you really wanted to. I personally hate Elementor, so I'm going to be using Lead Pages. That's where you should set up all of your funnel pages because it is so much easier. There's no distractions. There's nothing that's going to keep them off of the path of getting what it is that they need. And that's what ultimately we really want. Now, this is my disclaimer, is that shops are really great. I do not want you guys to think that I am bad-mouthing shops here. I do still think that they're great, but it's for a different purpose. If you have a lot of digital products that you sell to people, having a shop is fantastic. But you can also list those same products using lead pages where you have a landing page where people can buy them separately. That is what I would definitely recommend personally to everybody, if we're completely honest about that. And then if you have a tripwire, set it up in lead pages. Or you could do it using ThriveCart if you really wanted to, but I would not try to overexert yourself trying to make Shopify or WooCommerce work just to save a few bucks. Lead pages, it does cost money, but it's not a ton of money. You can pay monthly. And even if you don't want to do lead pages, you can do Elementor. Or you can do just a page on your blog if you really wanted to, but I would definitely do Elementor with like the no sidebar or header so that people don't get distracted. So yes, can you use them? Technically, the answer is yes. Do I ever recommend it? No. I would 100% use a service like Lead Pages or Elementor or whatever kind of anything else that builds distinct and different landing pages. Because shops are great. Don't get me wrong. But golly day, is it a pain in the butt to set up. It is a real pain in the butt to set up. And personally, it's worth the $29, I think, as of right now. Don't quote me on that. It's worth whatever it is that you're paying for lead pages a month so that you don't have to handle or you don't have to deal with any nonsense with setting up those like, oh, this is the coupon code and oh, this is where this goes and where are people falling off? We still need them to go over to the checkout page. Like, you get what I mean? So that's my 2 cents on the matter. All right, guys, I hope that you learned a lot from that. Don't forget to check out the links inside of the description below to sign up for some cool freebies that you can get. And don't forget to like this video if you liked it and leave any questions that you have in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you want a new video every single day, we post a new video every single day. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.